Michael, do you still feel that way? Is this still elder abuse after what you saw in the press conference tonight?
Well, yes, I believe if you love Joe Biden, never should have sent him out on that stage that night. I mean, imagine if that was your father, your grandfather, or whatever. It was heartbreaking to watch a person freeze like that. It wasn't about the gaffes or flubs or whatever. It was about clearly something was wrong. And if you have parents or grandparents, if you're over 50 years old, you've seen what the decline looks like. And you can't, as George Clooney said yesterday, you can't tell 51 million people who watched what we saw that didn't happen. It happened, and you can't unsee it.
Yeah,
but tonight.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you asked about tonight. Now, tonight was the old former, the Joe Biden that we're kind of used to, except now 4 years older than he was in 2020. But, he hit his mark. Yes, he made a couple flubs, but we know that. That is Joe Biden. He's the gaffe meister. But that's okay. People are not worried about that. They're worried about one thing. Trump must not set foot on the property known as 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue ever again. He must be defeated in November, and we must do whatever we need to do to make sure that happens. This isn't about being loyal to Joe Biden. This isn't about being grateful, as I am, for his 3.5 years of what he's done. I've said he's probably the most progressive president we have had in my lifetime. He has done so much good. That I don't want to diminish any of that, but you don't let somebody keep playing anything or doing anything just because they've done 30 or 40 or 50 years of great stuff. It's about how are you doing it now, and can you do it now? And the question is, first of all, he said, if people they want him to have a neurological test, he should have one. He should have that test this weekend. Don't let this go on any longer. Answer the question. Let people know whether something's wrong or not. That'll solve a lot of this problem. But I think
it seems to me that tonight really is the dilemma, right? It's President Biden in a setting where he is asked a complex foreign policy question. He answers it with depth, with knowledge, with understanding. He makes some flubs. How much should people weigh a night in which, I don't know if you have quibbles with the argument that he had a cold. Let's say he had a cold and was not feeling well on the debate night. How much should they weigh that versus the Joe Biden who, on the issues that matter, can answer the questions?
Okay, we may be Americans, but we're not stupid. Please don't tell us things like he had a cold or it was jet lag or any of this stuff. Don't fib to us like that. The fibbing is from the other side. That's the Trump way of doing it. Don't do that to us. We know what we saw. Something's wrong. Tell us what's wrong, if anything's wrong. There's nothing wrong with asking that question and asking, but it looks like they don't want us to know something. That's what it looks like. It has the appearance of we don't want you to see him. Why is this the first press conference in 8 months? 8 months they've been hiding him away, keeping him away from a solo press conference with the press. Why is it that in the Michigan primary in February of this year, why did he not campaign in Michigan? Not once for 3 weeks leading up to the primary did he go to Michigan. He was afraid to go to Michigan. He was afraid because we have 300,000 Arab and Muslim voters in our state, and he didn't want to deal with that. He didn't want to deal with the campus protests, those young people just absolutely hating this war and funding Netanyahu and all that. Just wanted to completely ignore it. And because we have a governor that would not send in the Michigan State Police to club protesters and tear them out of their tents and tear gas them, that's not our governor. So they got to have their actual protests. They kept him away from Michigan for the primary. The primary, look at all the votes I got in the primary. Well, nobody saw him. And you know what, Abby, this is what happened in 2016. Hillary did not campaign in Michigan or Wisconsin. They said, no, don't go there. It'll only, upset the Trump voters. It'll remind them they've got to get out there and vote. And so she didn't campaign, and she lost Michigan and Wisconsin. And as everybody has shown, all the data shows, if you lose, I'll just quote Michelle Goldberg, the columnist from the New York Times. It just took her 3 days, spending 3 days in Detroit and Dearborn, other parts of Michigan to say he's not going to win Michigan because he got 60% of the Arab and Muslim vote in 4 years ago in Michigan, 60%. The latest poll, 19% of the Arab and Muslim vote in Michigan is going to vote for him. It's a huge drop.
What do you think happens after all of this, though, Michael? I mean, if he were to step down, who should replace him? How should that process go? He suggested today that if somebody were to replace him, he said they would start from scratch. They would be at a disadvantage financially and politically.
Correct, unless that person's name is Kamala Harris. She's not starting from scratch. She's been there doing the job and has been doing a great job. And the founding fathers set this up because back then you only lived to 45 or 50 years old. So they knew people would not make it to the end of their term. They created the vice president office specifically for that in the Constitution. You know, 20% of our presidents, we'd had 45 before Biden, 20% of them have not made it to the end of their term. It's not unusual for us to have to swear somebody in. And I think if Joe Biden decides either I'm not going to be able to beat Trump, all the data says I can't do it, or if the neurological test says that maybe he shouldn't run, then he should resign. It's not just about stepping aside. Resign, and we Jerry Ford this.
So do you? Okay, so like let's say Michael, let's say he doesn't do it. Let's say he doesn't do any of that. He stays in this race. Would you still support him?
Support him? Not only that's the wrong word. I will insist, everybody watching me right now, that if Biden is the candidate on the ballot, every single one of us has to get out there and vote for him in November. And you have to bring 5 people to the polls with you, because I'm telling you, this is the only way Trump can win Michigan, or I think the majority of the swing states. He's going to have to count on people being so depressed, the depressed vote, staying home, or showing up like Michiganders did in Democratic districts in Michigan in 2016. This is when Hillary is the candidate. 75,000 Michiganders refused to vote on the top line. They went to the polls. They voted. They voted all down ballot. They wouldn't vote for president. They didn't like Hillary. She lost the state by 10,000 votes, 2 votes per precinct.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be one of those.
I and everyone watching, whoever that candidate is on the Democratic ballot, we have to stop Trump. This is not just like, oh, this, or I don't like this, or I don't like it. There's a lot of things I don't like. I've been very outspoken about the Gaza war and Biden being the banker for Netanyahu, funding it and sending, over 24,000 bombs to Israel to bomb a civilian population. That's on his conscience. He'll have to deal with it at some point. But it's very upsetting. But yes, stopping Trump. Trump must never enter the Oval Office again. And no matter how anybody feels about this tonight, wherever you stand, we all have to have a collective agreement. And there's more of us than there are people that support him.
Well, Michael, we had your governor on the show last night. She said right here, it's going to be a close one in Michigan. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.